What's happening, everybody?
Hello, hello,
You guys
hello.
are having a good night.
Happy Saturday.
We're here. Holy shit. It's Saturday. It's been a long day already, kind of.
Not really.
No?
Long day of doing what? Nothing.
Like hanging out. Maybe that's why it's been a long day. Not a long day in a bad way. It's been a long day in a good way. We've done a lot of cool shit today.
Yeah.
It's been a fun day. Fun, relaxing day.
Well, it was overcast, so It's always good to just be.
Yeah. Just chill out. What's up, Mike? What's going on, Logan?
It
was
was chilly today, at least for
In
South
the morning.
Texas.
Yeah,
Well, and even
South Texas, yeah.
the sun came out about 5. Did you notice how I stuttered there? Came out around 5.
Yeah.
When Paige was leaving the house, so I'm sure it got nice after that. But
Yeah.
then we're back in the 80s tomorrow.
It's weird.
Kind of funny.
Hey, welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg.
You almost said Beth. I'm Beth.
And that's Beth. Yeah, dude. You guys, hope you're having a good night. It is just a chill Texas kind of
Calm.
fall day. Yeah,
It's
today.
my first beverage, too.
I know. Look at you.
Well, I stayed up way too late last night, and so I'm kind
Just
of
reading. Skipped out on your workout this
I
morning.
did not go to the gym this morning.
Nope.
No.
It's all right.
It's probably why I'm tired, too.
Yeah, probably. It's all good. What are the odds that Reed is asleep? Motherfucker's asleep, dude.
Why?
Reed, because he goes to bed early. Because he gets up at like 4:30 in the morning.
Why?
Because
Good
everybody
grief.
calls him Papa Reed.
So it's funny, though, that you say that, because I was thinking, there's this whole study that says regardless of day of the week, you should go to bed and you should get up at the same time every morning. Because if not, it's...
I kind of do.
Well, I was laughing this morning because when I first got up, so I went to bed at 3, right? We went to bed around 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
First time I woke up was right at 8:30, which is what time I wake up usually
Work
during
day
the
or
during the
whatever,
week.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's
You get up a
happening.
little bit before that sometimes.
Sometimes. But then I was
Pre-COVID,
like,
we were getting
go
up a
back.
lot earlier,
Yeah,
but-
like 6 o'clock. But that was like, go back to sleep. So I slept till 10. But did you know that the reason why they recommend that is that if you switch up your wake and sleep times, it's like jet lag.
Yeah,
It
makes
affects
sense.
your body the same way jet
Yeah,
lag.
makes
Your
sense.
body thinks you're actually jet lagged. So I'm like, all right, I just need to start going to bed at 12:30, getting up at 8:30.
Yeah.
Regardless of day.
On like a regular week, like
No,
just every
like
day, or just
Saturday,
the
every day.
weekends? Yeah, I don't know. I just can't do it.
I know,
I
me
end up
neither.
getting busy tinkering around. Now I'm gonna start a new project with her office downstairs.
Yes.
Start doing that and stuff. So I'll have another thing to kind of
Keep
think
you
about
busy?
and stay busy, and that'll be fun as shit. But yeah, so guys, I hope you had a good Saturday. I know we had the fights on earlier here. We watched them on live with the Drinker Bros stuff.
We'll talk about it a little bit more, but
Listen
we
to
kind
that,
of
yeah.
treated it like a Super Bowl day with
Yeah, it was
food.
almost like we did some apps and snacks and.
Are you going to
stuff.
tell them where they can see us?
What do you mean? The bar is open.
Instagram?
Oh, yeah. You can go out and check us out on Instagram, on YouTube also. At The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. That's
You
what I'm
keep
here
me
for.
on task.
That's
all
you
good.
know?
So, yeah, big topic of the day was UFC fights, man. They were good. I was out getting us pizza and wings and all that stuff.
Getting the food for
When
the day?
I was stuck in traffic trying to get back to the house and Beth's watching. She's like, oh, my fuck. Dude just got
I go,
knocked
"Guys,
the
you just
fuck
got
out.
knocked the fuck out. And he was like, what? And I was
Oh.
like, let me see if I can pause it, which is really
Chris
stupid.
Tucker style.
Which is really stupid because I paid for it. I should be able to rewind it and pause it, but you can't.
Yeah, evidently not. I don't know. But anyway, so that was a good one. I went back and found that on Twitter. Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
cheers.
did?
I found it on
Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah, it was a good one.
You got knocked the fuck
But
out.
yeah, the fights were really good tonight or this afternoon. I mean, like they were competitive. They were kind of, you figured, we hadn't watched one probably a
Couple
few
months?
shows or a few
Couple
whatever,
months.
UFCs, I guess.
Few fights.
Yeah. But you know, there was submissions, there was knockouts, there was a liver TKO,
Oh,
dude.
that looked like it hurt so bad.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys. If you've never sparred with somebody, what's going on, David? What's
Dude,
happening?
I see myself. I look so
Cal.
much like my freaking mother. It's ridiculous.
If you've never been kicked in the liver, you just don't know.
And not many people, I think, would experience that.
It sucks. I was
It took
sparring
him
somebody
down. Like
yeah.
it took him.
Yeah,
He was fine, and all of a sudden he just went.
that dude. Yeah, his was like a glancing blow, just up his like the front of him. And that's exactly where I got kicked. And I've done Taekwondo for 10 plus years, done all that, and I just got a side kick. It was a spinning side kick
Ooh.
right in the right spot, man. And I just took a knee, and I was like, "Yep, that sucks." Because it's not like pain.
How
It's
long
weird.
did it make till you felt better?
4 or 5 minutes
Okay.
until I could.
Is it
like,
worse than getting
stand up.
kicked in the
And then I
balls?
started sparring.
Is it worse than getting
different.
wrapped?
It's this weird feeling that your whole body goes into like this kind of shock state. Like you can't, and it's not like you can. It's not like getting kicked really hard.
Can't rub it out.
You can't. Yeah, you can't rub it out. It's because it's inside your fucking. Like it's weird. So if you guys have ever had that happen, it's interesting. What's going on, D? Hope you guys are having a good night. Jose or Joe. Joe's. How do you say? Is that Jose?
Jose.
Sorry, dude. Jose, what's going on, man? I was like, I thought it was my brother for a second, Joe, and I'm like, did he
change his name? Did he apostrophe in himself now?
It would make sense if my brother would do something like that. So, but yeah, there were other great fights.
There was a lot of good fights. The girl that we thought was going to win lost.
Well,
kind of. They're both such good fighters. Like I could see either of them winning, but I think she was a little.
Yeah, it was good.
And
then Khabib retires.
Yeah,
the end of
So
UFC.
I have a question that made me think. So they cut his gloves off of him. Is that like ceremonious?
So when you drop him in the center of the mat,
yeah,
it's like you're done.
That's your farewell.
That's your thing. That's the sign that you're done fighting.
And you know me, a guy cries, and I don't even have. I see a guy cry on a commercial, and I flip and lose it.
He talked about it, and
he just didn't want to go anymore because Dad was his trainer, and now that his dad has passed on, he's like,
Lauren, what's happening?
I don't want to do it.
It's totally. It's understandable. The guy trained him his whole life and everything.
I almost got up and went in the bedroom if he was going to cry when he was talking. I was like, can't do it.
He got his shit together, but he was 29-0 professional fights,
insane.
13-0 in the UFC, which is incredible. You think about that, by modern day.
Just even the dedication.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was telling Beth, it's like
the conversation we had.
We were talking earlier. It's like the amount of money that they, those
we
guys
started
at the
talking
highest
about
level.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
and her level of.
Her skill level,
or
7 or 8 years ago,
compared to ladies today, like the women fighters today.
She's great. She was great. But
I just think they're different.
Now you have there's little kids that little girls are working out the gym.
Nowadays they're starting
and
they're learning all the
7, 8, 9. They're learning
practices.
MMA across the board, so they're learning kicking and striking and grappling and some jiu-jitsu and all of they're so well rounded,
right?
That
because you said she's
judo.
She was a.
I think silver medalist, yeah.
And then she just got into the UFC.
Into fighting.
At the time,
absolutely dominant.
Where the girls were at, she was super dominant.
Yeah.
But in today's world,
it's just a different. It's a different
they're just
thing.
Beasts
yeah,
now.
And they
train with the guys, and some of them are
even at our gym for jiu-jitsu. We roll with women.
Well, that was really weird for me at first. I'm like, you're rolling with girls? I don't know how I feel about that.
My old taekwondo, where we started kind of doing this a long time ago,
right?
It was kind of separated, and it just hadn't kind of come out that, dude, it's just whatever.
It is what it is.
Some of the people that I roll with, Fatima, she's a goddamn beast. She's a 3-stripe purple belt, and she'll rip your fucking arm off and then beat the living shit out of you with it.
I still thought it was really funny, like guys and girls rolling all over each other.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Sweaty.
No, it's awesome. I mean, it really is.
I'm not worried about it now. I just see how badly you come home with your ass kicked, and I'm kind of going, I hope it was a girl.
And sometimes it is. Fucking absolutely, dude. I'm worn out, They were talking about, at the first round of the Gagey fight and Khabib fight. I don't think anybody can say his name. And how Gagey was looking up at the clock, in the first round.
Is that the blonde kid?
Yeah, the U.S. kid.
Yeah.
And
he's always so cute till he opens his mouth.
Whatever. But no, that was me the other night at jiu-jitsu, rolling with.
You were just seeing how much fun.
I'm like,
because he came off that first round.
The
and I told you,
right
I was
there
like,
on the ground next to us. I'm like,
he came out of that first round. I was like, he's already winded, and he's got 4 more rounds to go.
That was a huge adrenaline dump, I think.
You think? Because I saw him doing the gas thing where you're just trying to fill your lungs as much, and I was like, ooh, are you truly ready for this fight? So now that guy is retiring,
Mike, what's going on, man? TJ, what's happening?
Now that guy is retiring, what happens with the belt?
So the belt.
And how did they decide
becomes an interim belt again.
Okay.
Justin Gagey was the interim
until this guy won.
Until he just won. Now it'll go
that
back.
guy wasn't already the champion?
The other dude was.
Okay.
So Khabib was the champion.
Okay.
He was off for a long time, so they took in. They just to keep the division going. They had an interim champion.
Right.
Which was Gagey.
Okay.
What'll happen now is that they'll have.
So how did they pick him to be the interim champion?
Because he fought it was the number 1 and number 2 fighters that fought. He became the number 1 contender, and then number 2, and then So what'll happen again is they'll fight again. Like, he'll fight again. So he'll have a chance.
He'll fight number 2 or
whomever, right?
Whoever's next in succession.
Right. It just puts, like, how in that fight, how dominant Khabib was. It just, I mean, he pushed him around. He pushed him around and he rushed him around.
And he even said he kicked, he did a great fight. And the guy said, I'm still, I feel good about what I did today. He's just a caliber of fighter. And
he's next level. He's that good. So
they said that he was
people
the next,
out there that
what was the guy that broke Ben Franklin's nose? I'm totally blanking.
Anderson Silva.
They said that he was the next, he was the next Anderson Silva until he retired.
Yeah.
I mean, they were saying that today before. He's definitely the next Anderson Silva. A lot of what you see compares to the level that Anderson
absolutely.
Silva was
So people, there's a lot of people that will say he's sometimes slow and this and that. The dude wins.
I just need
sometimes
to
that's all that matters is you win.
That blonde wig at the end.
I don't know what the fuck that is. But TJ said that they're going to put his kid into martial arts in the next couple of years. It's absolutely there's lots of different martial arts.
How old is this kid now? Like, I think he's 1.5.
How old is he? 1, 2, 2, 1. I don't know. Shit, something like that.
I don't know. I'm worse person with time.
He just turned 1. Anyway, but yeah, it's a great thing. 3, 4. Start getting him into jiu-jitsu and rolling and stuff like that. Or
I loved it in Taekwondo.
Just
they were
Taekwondo,
so stinking
Taekwondo
cute.
gets him a good skill set. Teaches him how to
keeps him from getting bullied too.
Keeps him from getting bullied. There's a lot that goes into it, but they were great. It was just a good afternoon of good fights.
I tell you, my only concern is that I felt like. I think we got it at 1. I think the prelim started at 11, so we were a couple hours, but we were busy.
They were on like ESPN Plus for free.
But so it's $65, and I'm like,
I thought we got like a discount.
I think that was a discount because we're already
so what was
ESPN
it?
Plus.
$90?
I don't know. It only brought up the one price on the ESPN Plus, and
it was worth it.
We paid for that separately, but I was like, that's $22 an hour for the main fight to be.
We were drinking at home, so it wasn't like we were paying.
And then that other fight was like literally the fight right before that was like 30 seconds.
Yeah, dude, it was good.
They're just expensive.
Yeah, I know. But you know what?
The CFO in me is like,
we haven't gone to a concert or done anything.
We haven't done shit
outside the house. Oh, you know what's sad? Cooter Brown's just closed down.
For good? How'd you find that out?
Cooter Brown's is this cool little bar around the corner.
And
it's
they've been around
for like a million years.
Ever. Not at that spot.
They just released it today that the little Cooter Brown's is shutting down.
They're not going to come back. Fucking COVID.
They said, based on the rent prices and all of that.
Well, and they've been closed for
7 months. 7 months, yeah. So, whatever. It kind of sucks, but.
Especially because
Stephanie's on. What's going on?
To go out. My bestie.
Hi.
Hi.
She said.
And I wanted to take Steph there. That kind of sucks because it's literally
it was like a line dancing.
We want to go out, but we don't want to go out. It was like the perfect place because it's
right across the street.
2-minute Uber drive.
It's not even. We could fucking walk there.
Negative Ghost Rider.
I mean, I could.
Yeah, you could. I could ride my bike over there.
It's not going
to do it.
Again, hope you guys are having a good night.
That's too bad. But but I loved. We literally did the Super Bowl of food for
We did
today.
pizza and beer time.
We did. We ordered what? We ordered $70 worth of food from one of our favorite bars, Anchor Bar, which is our place that we go to for wings now. We ordered. What do we got?
Dan, what's happening?
We got nachos, buffalo chicken nachos. We got wings, mozzarella bites. We got
pizza.
Two 10-count orders of buffalo wings with different flavors, a small pepperoni pizza, and we've kind of just
fries
all day.
Tater tots.
Started with the nachos.
It's been a Super Bowl kind of.
You had a snack. We're fixing to go eat some more after
We're gonna
this.
eat some more. Yeah, so just chilling. Beth's watching us. Why does it say you're watching?
Oh, because I had it open for a little while.
Oh, like that's weird.
I need to wait. It showed up under me or under the
under you, which is fine. I don't know
tried
what
to watch
doing.
it under me.
Hey, so we
had
a fun little show last night.
I tried to watch it under me last night, and it brought it up as me as the bar's open. I was like, but I just want to be
independent. We had
independent.
a fun show last night. Ian and I just did a little goofy thing on. We just rolled it out under the bars open with Beth and Greg, but it was our little kind of goofy news thing that we just came up with kind of on the spot. We were, wanted to do something. We were hanging out in the garage. We're like, fuck it, let's go upstairs. And we got all this stuff. Might as well do something. So came up with the ridiculous news, but I think we're going to shift it up. Beth and I were talking before, so it's not as kind of
it's not so
something
similar.
a little bit different. Yeah. He's a writer, and the guy is creative as shit.
And he's also a political science major.
And he's a poli-sci major.
Blows my mind.
So we've had a lot of conversations
That's what you need to
in
have
the
is
garage.
some conversations like you've had about some of those things.
It's interesting because, you know, he knows like the history about all of the reasons we have these lots of laws in place, which is different than what, you know, you just like we hear about shit, or you can go out and study it, but who has time to do a lot of that shit, right? But he knows it. And maybe that's kind of the angle we take with some of this is going down that, just asking questions about why things. And I think he would be a good person to bring on that. So if you guys think that would be kind of fun, let me know. It's kind of cool. So Stephanie said we'll find some shenanigans anywhere. Absolutely. There's plenty of places.
Pete's Place will be open by then. That's awesome. That's like
Pete's is cool. And then there's the Wine 101 right next door. You'd love that stuff. Trust me.
We'll go there for the afternoon. That's an afternoon jaunt.
Right. So Colorado guy's going to run 4. Hey, TJ, if you're still on.
Yeah, this made me think of TJ.
4 marathons.
Within 24 hours.
How is he going to do that? Well, I guess, yeah. If
He's
you're running 4 marathon or 4-hour marathons.
104.8, I think, is the math. 26.2. And then
That's
104.8.
Cruising, man. I don't know.
So here's the thing about it. So he's a 59-year-old cancer survivor. His name's Dan Eagler.
Okay.
Out of Colorado. And he really just, he like me, he just is a really big fan of puppies. And he began to kind of look at things and realize that a lot of fundraisers for all sorts of charities weren't happening. Like yesterday, we should have done it. We didn't. Yesterday was the Alzheimer's walk, and normally it's this big event, and it still happened, but it was a much smaller scale because it was a virtual event, so it probably didn't have the draw that it normally would. And he was just beginning to realize that that was something that was occurring across the board for a lot of charities. And he's really big with 2 specific charities that both specialize. Wagon Tails is one, and it's a adoption agency that it's foster based.
Okay.
So they don't have like a shelter. They have people that will help them take in.
All right. So they help find houses for the dogs and stuff like that.
Right. And then the other one is they strictly take in dogs who have been taken from fight circles.
Oh,
and they nurse them back to health, and they rehabilitate the ones that can be Wagon Tails. And so he's trying to raise $50,000 for both of those charities, and
nice.
they're 100% profited off people's donations. So he's just really, and he's really wanted to do something that would test his physical limits, since he's a survivor.
Yeah.
And he just is really, he's like, it's going to be more mental than it is physical, and so it's an opportunity.
Ask TJ about that.
For me to challenge myself.
I think at a certain point it becomes.
I think it's probably at a point a little bit like that one guy that we know ran that track and ended up fracturing both of his shins and still kept running because he had to run so many miles. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's probably for me that would completely be like, even going 5 miles, I'll be like, it's mental, just keep going. No,
it's all right. No, that's awesome. It's great.
So he's gonna run it. So I'll post that out there. So if anybody wants to donate, they can go to the website and donate.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So Terry, what's happening? Hope you're having a good night. Next thing, Colorado, or I already said that one. SpaceX hit their 100th launch.
Launch of what?
Rockets, spaceships with people on them, like we watched a couple months ago. At this point,
is that SpaceX that did
It's
those?
SpaceX. Those are all SpaceX rockets.
They've done 100.
100 launches successfully. So I posted it out on my Facebook. I'll throw it out to the bar is open, but you kind of go through and you can watch it, and it's every one of them. And they did all 100, and it's just like
snippets,
quick clips of every one of them. So it's really interesting. And you think, like, okay, just not too long ago, NASA was shut down.
Right.
And how quickly it's come back, and the technology, how fast it's advanced, right? Elon Musk landing rockets at this point. They're not just ditching them in the sea anymore. They're saving them and reusing these things. They're talking, going to Mars in the next 10 years or whatever.
Well, that was the lunar. Remember I can't remember what it was called, but the one with the 4 nations. No, the one with the 4 nations, where that's their
in the
U.S.
Yeah, you talked about this maybe a few weeks ago or something like that. Yeah, and landing on the moon and actually doing something on the moon versus just stepping on the moon, right? So it's kind of cool. Like, it's pretty exciting to start seeing us push boundaries again, where we had kind of have like a lull in it for a little bit, right? For one reason or another, and it's just cool. It's exciting as shit.
Right.
You think about that. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. And go check out the video. It's out there. You can go follow Elon Musk. He's always got some interesting things to follow. What was that look for?
I don't know what my iPad was just doing just then.
I know.
Me neither. Hello?
Fabio, what's happening? Hope you're having a good night.
Fabio?
Yep.
From, like the book covers?
I don't think it's the same Fabio. Green puppy was born. What happened with the green puppy?
I'm trying to. That's what I'm like. What is my iPad?
So there was a
doing?
green puppy born to a litter of. I heard about
puppies.
this the other day. Litter of white puppies, but there was a green puppy.
With green fur, born in Italy. Let me just talk through it, and then you can see the video here in a second. So an Italian farmer has 5 dogs, and one of his dogs gave birth to a litter of 5 puppies.
Okay.
And this one specifically came out green.
Yeah. That's not
Shamrock
a thing,
dog.
right?
I mean, it's occurred before. It's like it occurs every few years, but really what it is it's believed to occur when the pale puppies come into contact with biliverdine in the mother's womb.
Room?
Womb. Womb. I said womb. I
Not
didn't
the
say
womb.
womb. I said womb.
Hey, what's going on? Hope you're having a good night.
So yeah. So I guess this is something that can occur. I guess this stuff is just natural.
So green dogs. You can
So this puppy was white. These puppies
What'd
are
they
white.
name it?
Pistachio.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cute. Here, look, turn this on, and you can see he's super green. Let me.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, let's see if I can. Oh, of course it's.
It's gonna think.
Yeah. Let's see, there's pictures. There he is. So he's like super green.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's cute, right?
Yep.
Stupid dad.
That's awesome.
So yeah, but the thing is he won't stay green.
Oh, he won't?
No, he'll get lighter. Like he's even lighter now
It'll
than he was when he
fade
was
out or
born. So
whatever.
yeah,
Okay.
so I guess it probably just
That's kinda cool.
grows through. But I thought it was really cute. And I love that they named him Pistachio, and then it made me want ice cream. But so yeah, he's super cute, and they're farm dogs. So
They just run around
yeah,
farming,
chasing
sheep,
shenanigans.
doing shenanigans. Wall Street Journal article. There was a real James Bond.
There was. It's funny. I was reading it and I was like, how?
So I mean, everything like okay. So
Everything
most movies,
art imitates life, imitates
yeah,
art.
right.
Kind of
So I
thing.
would kind of think that that's kind of one of the
So
things.
it's kind of cool though because he was
Mike, dude,
what did he say?
said rumor has it it's not easy being green.
Aye.
Kermit
That's
the Frog
cheesy.
circa
Oh, it
1978.
is, but that's also it's not easy being cheesy. Sorry, I got confused.
That's a completely different color.
Shut up! Don't judge me. So there was a British agent named James Bond, and
Was he a 007?
He was British intelligence.
Okay.
He was during the Cold War era, and what's it say?
But like when? Was
in
it like
1954?
before
I'm sorry, 1960.
the actual movies
On
came out?
February 18th, 1964, the agent named James Bond, arrived in Warsaw.
Okay.
Behind the Soviet Iron Curtain, and he was there as a spy. He was married, and that's who they got this story from. Jeez Louise.
It's her first beer, folks.
I know, but
I don't think
I've
she.
had that- I've
It's
had
not
that-
even open.
This is my second one, biatch. But it was funny because the wife is talking about it, who is now 88. His widow is Jeanette Bond, and she wasn't sure what her husband's mission was in Poland.
Yeah.
But she was told to go join him in Warsaw so that it would be a more credible cover story as, husband and wife there. She said sometimes he resorted to writing on paper in their apartment because he feared upstairs neighbors were listening to them. So I guess he was also paranoid a little bit. But she said she recalled helping her husband evade Soviet minders. I don't know what that is. Do you know what a Soviet minder is?
I don't know. We can find it. We got this thing called the internet.
But she said he would turn up at parties and then slip away on a mission. While she returned home, he went by Jim and not James Bond, and they cannot confirm nor deny if he drank shaken, not stirred martini.
It was a Soviet minder?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Let's see.
But it says, he was MI6. But MI6 declined to comment. So that makes me think there's a little bit of truth to it.
Right. I mean, because they're not going to.
They're not going to keep their mouth shut if it's not true.
Soviet minder, huh?
That's what it said.
I don't know. We'll have to Google that a little bit deeper and find out.
I'm sure some of our friends probably know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he was employed as an archivist for the British Embassy military attaché.
Greg, what's happening?
But so yeah, so he was
good, dude.
he was
Wait, pizza.
what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
He was Mike, what are you up to? I don't watch because I don't like to see me in action, but
Said pray for Greg after the cameras for giving you shit about not drinking beer.
oh, whatever, I'm used to it. But yeah, so he was real.
It's awesome.
And I guess the first James Bond movie came out.
So that's what I was curious. Did the
There was a
first James
spot.
Bond? Did
Hold
the
on, I
James
can find
Bond
it.
movie come out like right after?
James
or was
Bond?
it
Is that what you said?
James?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Giving me
James
shit.
Bond come out after or before
Fleming
he was
began
there?
penning James Bond spy novels in 1950. The first Bond
So in
movie,
theory-
Dr. No, was released in 1962.
So this guy just happened to have the same name.
well,
It wasn't. It was coincidental.
perhaps, but was it? I mean, maybe.
Maybe
they
I don't
just-
even remember the fucking theme. I can't think of it anymore. I've got
There
Indiana
is no.
Jones
There's
stuck in
too
my
many
head.
themes for
Fuck
James
you,
Bond
really.
because there's something like 26 Bond films with 7
That's
actors
crazy.
in the title role.
And what's his name's doing another
James
one?
Craig is doing his last one.
James Craig?
Isn't that his name?
I have no idea.
James Craig. Thanks. If I had my phone, I'd IMDb it. But thanks for
It's
playing
all
that.
good.
Seed it
Let's
out.
go to IMDb.
But so I wonder who the next James Bond is going to be.
I think so. I've
They
heard
talked
rumors.
about Hottie McHottie DJ dude.
TJ.
Um,
No, Idris Elba.
Yes.
Yeah, I know they talked about him, but
I don't know that he'd be a good James Bond.
I don't know.
he's definitely-
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
But
What
I've
did I
heard
say?
what's the
Where
dude that
fuck
did
I pull
Venom?
out? Oh, the guy that was. He's also
Yeah.
been in Batman.
Tom Hardy. I've heard him. It's rumors are.
I just
all
don't
over.
like Tom
I think he would
Hardy's
be pretty good.
voice, and I
Thank you.
think that James Bond has to have like this
Deep,
tone
kind of like
and this ability
maybe
to
not
like
deep, I don't know.
melt your socks off. And Tom Hardy's a very handsome man, so I could see from a physique, the suit and the hair, but he just like and it could have just been his. Venom was the last movie I saw him in.
He played kind of a goofy.
Yeah,
dude,
and so
like
maybe that was just the
kind of a-
role of that character,
I don't
but
call him
that's
a
where.
wuss, but kind of a wuss.
Well, he was
writer.
he was cagey in that movie. Like
Yeah,
he was,
That's a good word. But he was like, kind of whiny
yeah, and
whatever.
And so that is what I have in my mind of him, and I'm like, I don't know if that'd be a good James Bond. But at the same time, I never thought
Guarantee the dude can come out.
Patterson would be Batman, and I saw that preview of him in Batman. I'm like, I couldn't see it, but now I can see it.
Yeah,
So I guess you can't really. That's why they're actors. They form into the world that
Ain't
they're supposed
Ben
to.
Affleck, I'll tell you that.
Thank God. Although he did okay.
Ben Affleck with a dragon tattoo on his back.
What? Oh, that's right. I forgot he has that stupid tattoo. He did okay. He did better than I thought he would. I was a super.
No, I think I do
anti-Ben
think
Affleck.
that he would be a good James Bond. The fuck is his name? I just said it 2 seconds.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. I think he could. I think
Oh,
You
that
know,
was tart.
I think he could. It's just all about your intonation. and
Well, I try to
everything
think
else.
of him too because he was in that Batman movie and he was the bad guy and he had that.
Yeah,
And I'm assuming
we
that was
suck
just-
at character names, by the way,
Uh,
because we're always like, that dude.
So-
This is how we are on a daily basis. That guy, and then we go to IMDb.
No, Beth goes dying. Hold on.
Both. Yeah, this is us
Don't
on a
have my
daily
phone with me
basis.
tonight, but-
So if we were at a bar drinking, we'd be like, "Hang on a second. This is exactly
This
how.
is-
This is our lives.
This
every
is
single
art
day."
imitating life, imitating art. Or
So we
life
hope you're
imitating
enjoying
art,
the
imitating
ride.
life.
It's only been
Um,
8 months of this shit.
So I just it'll be interesting to see who they decide to play, and it could be somebody totally brand new.
Maybe
I mean,
it's not a bad thing.
the kid from Scorch Trials, the main guy. He was in a recent.
Yeah,
He was a.
Scorch Trials. I don't think that's the name.
It's a Maze Runner, but the movie is called Scorch. One of
Oh,
the
okay.
movies is
I'm
called
like, I'm
Scorch
pretty
Trials.
sure.
But he was in a movie where he was an assassin, which I never would have seen him in that role. And it looks like it's really good.
The one that we've seen the preview for.
Yes,
I think.
we just have never. I mean, it's been out for forever. I don't know why we haven't watched it, but we haven't. But so it could be somebody totally from a younger James Bond that comes in and is like, because who else would be good is
Who?
The Witcher,
So the dude did this Superman.
Superman,
That guy.
What's his
Superman
name?
guy. Because I don't fucking Henry Cavill.
Henry
Caviezel.
Cavill,
Whatever.
Henry Cavill.
I don't
He'd
know
be an
because I
awesome
think
James
they actually
Bond.
talked about him being it, and I think he did another movie.
He's so busy though.
That was kind of like a.
Well, he was
never
in.
saw it.
He was in. Wasn't he in?
Told you guys.
The English version of the guys in suits.
Yeah.
No, he
That
wasn't in
one?
that one. He was in a spy movie where he was a spy
That's what I'm
with an
saying.
American guy.
Yeah. This is my life, you guys.
Well, this is just like bullshit we pull out of our ass to talk about, and so we're not prepared. But that's okay. I mean,
I don't even know how the fuck it's
if
spelled.
everybody is, type in The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher. There you go. That's probably a good idea.
Type in Superman.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Type in.
It's with a C, by the way. It's not a K.
Ilona. What's her name? Ilona.
So on a side note, I saw something earlier that Ryan Reynolds, he's funny as shit. I don't give a shit who.
I love him.
He's just funny. Like, you follow his Twitter. It's
I
hilarious.
love his commercials.
But so Emilia Clarke, who's the dragon queen from Game of Thrones, the white hair.
Oh, yes. Okay.
She had a birthday. Her birthday's the same day as his.
Okay.
So he goes out on Twitter. She posted a photo of her birthday, and he said, "Hey, by the way, I changed your birthday. There's not enough room for two of us." And then he just posted that out, and it got like 1 million hits.
So here's the thing I think is crazy about him, because I've always really thought he was a very attractive man, but I
The
was
Man
watching.
from Uncle.
That's what it was, and it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
And he played a really good spy. I
Right.
mean, he wasn't. I think the other guy was the lead. I don't think he was the lead. I think
Yeah, he was
like,
just in it. Yeah, I mean, he was.
But
just
he
in
was
it.
a good
It's
spy.
a spy movie.
Yeah, he was a good spy. But so Ryan Reynolds. So I've always
Army
thought
Hammer was in it. Yeah, Army Hammer's in it.
Who's he?
That dude?
I can't see.
It's all right.
I'm blind. Let me see.
No.
Yes.
Zarzar's on. How you doing? You see him?
I don't know what else he's been in. Yeah, I
He's
know,
been
but,
in a bunch of shit as
But
well.
so,
I don't know.
fuck, I lost my train of thought. Yes, they're starting to hit.
Well, you've had
Ryan
one
Reynolds.
beer.
I've had some nachos today at like 1:30. That was how long ago? Don't judge me.
She had a couple cheese bites too. Saturday chilling. I told you she's just been reading books. We've been watching fights, hanging out. It's been a great
But
Saturday.
Ryan Reynolds, I've always thought is super hot. He
His
is Sean
comedy-
Connery
this is-
though. He is literally Sean. Like I looked at him from the proposal
So
to where he's at. In like Deadpool. I know
Okay.
he's jacked up, but he's
if he could
only
play,
gets better with
if he could
age.
play like a straight James, like a straight not comedy,
okay. Like a serious. What you mean?
serious
not straight,
role,
but a
not a
serious,
Deadpool. Maybe when
not
he's
the
like
assassin's,
45,
not
or,
the assassin's bodyguard.
maybe he's like he's 45 or 50
I think
and
he-
plays
how
a
old is
James
he?
Bond. Probably like 38.
No, he's older than that.
God damn.
He's older than that.
We are living on IMDb tonight.
I love IMDb. It's like one of my favorite, most used apps.
But what do you think about him as like a James
I
Bond?
don't
Just
think
a little bit older.
I don't think that's in his personality. I don't think he'd take a role like that because he doesn't take himself serious enough to be in a role like that. Like his whole thing is about having.
He's
fun.
44. He's my age.
I told you
76.
he was-
So he's a little. He's like, yeah, he's just 44.
Told you.
He turns 44 yesterday. In fact,
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Yeah.
But
because
I
he's
just,
watching this. Probably,
I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
now.
Well, I'm gonna
I'll
hashtag
post
it Ryan
it.
Reynolds. And he'll be like, "Look, my name," or his person will find his name, and be like, "These people talked about you." I don't think that's his personality. He likes movies where he can be a cut up.
I think,
That is what he thrives off of.
but if you really think about it,
I wonder what it's like to be married to him. Like, do you
the
think he's like
James
that all the
Bonds that
time?
were out with, a little while, like say in the 80s, they kind of
That
had
was Sean
that
Connery, wasn't it? No, he was more 70s, wasn't he?
70s, 80s, but they had that kind of
Pierce
woman
Bronson.
killer. He was like 90s. He was
a good
definitely
James Bond,
90s,
too.
right? And you think if say he did it in like 3 or 4 years from now,
In his
Right.
50s, like late
like
40s.
late 40s, right? Still got the capability,
How
the
old is
physicality.
James- how old is current?
I think he's probably like 50,
No,
something like that. Yeah, he's
No,
a little bit older, and maybe it's just his face looks, a little bit older. But Daniel Craig, the dude was ripped in the past couple, right? Maybe it's just the way he looks is a little bit older. But I think
because he's very pale, like he's light skinned. He's
I
light
wonder
eyed,
if he
he's
could pull it
light-haired.
off. It's that goofy smile sometimes though, because he's got that. I'm gonna.
I mean, he
fuck
was
with somebody.
sexiest man alive one of these past decade
Yeah.
years, so he definitely has the
I don't know.
ability to be sexy.
What do you guys think?
But
It's kinda
if
funny.
you think about his movies, so I know he hated some, like he rest in peace. He's like, I don't know why I did it. Green Lantern. He's like, it was embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Those So Green Lantern, he was more serious in that movie. It just didn't suit him. I think that's part of the reason why it was.
Oh.
But and rest in peace. I mean, it's a stupid movie, but he still got to be a stupid character or a silly character. But he likes character. He likes being characters where he can. I think his big thing is he likes to kind of just. Oh, I'm going to say this, even though it's not in the script. I'm going to go with it because it goes with the character.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because even like his he's got his own cellular line now.
What's that even mean?
Like AT&T.
Oh, cell phone.
Yeah, cellular.
I didn't know what cellular line you said.
Cellular service?
Yeah, there you go. I think he bought into it or something like that. Anyway.
The commercials are pretty funny, though.
He's funny as shit. So I want to go on to, can you pull up the
yes. Your text you sent me?
The thing I sent you?
The thing.
It's pretty interesting. So it's words that were added to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Oh, is this? I think I've seen some of these.
Is it up? Let me know when it comes up.
Time Traveler?
All right. So type in your...
Where am I typing it in at?
In that little box. Type it in and type in 1971. It's kind of funny. So you can go out to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, time traveler, and you can look up and actually see what
800
words were put into the dictionary when you were born, which is kind of interesting. So scroll through and what words were put in 1971?
Goodness. Some of these are words I'm like,
You got to talk in the mic, honey.
Do you want me to look at this or you want me to talk in the mic?
Yes.
Camera woman, cash out, catastrophe theory, 800 number, active suspension.
There's a shit ton of them. Scroll through. I looked at them earlier. It's kind of funny.
Oh, it's by alphabetical. Hepatitis B, high concept, open marriage.
So think of these things. 1971.
Open marriage began. I want to see what does it give me the definition if I click on it? That's
Yeah, you're talking like
a marriage
hippie
in which
days.
partners agree to let each other have sexual partners outside of marriage.
I think we all knew that one, right?
We did, but it's just kind of funny that is actually. I mean, it makes sense that it's in the dictionary, but okay. So hold on. So what was? I'm not going to say what year I was born.
I already said it. Sorry,
did it?
Brandon. What's happening? We're looking up. We're dating the shit out of ourselves right now by looking up in
Chapter 11 came out.
Merriam-Webster's Time Traveler app.
So what comes out in 2020?
No, look up mine. It's kind of funny. There's some funny ones. So in 1970-ish, and then 1976 for me.
Chromodynamics?
Nobody knows what that means.
Big fucking word.
Just scroll down.
Bioregionalism?
Nobody knows what that means either.
Econobox? Enzyme link immunosorbent assay.
Can you just find some fun ones?
I like that one. That one is fun. What would be fun?
Michelle, what's
honey?
happening?
French press? Is that fun?
Yeah, they created a French press.
That's
I saw
fun.
earlier.
That's because you love coffee.
There was one
front load.
There was one that came up. I've got it on my phone.
Parvo. PMS came out in 76.
Think about that. Just think about that.
Porcino. God bless you.
Porcino.
Smarty mouth. Smart mouthed.
I'm looking through. I saw drum machine. Ebola virus was the word Ebola virus
be
was
like
put
88.
in there.
What came out when I graduated from high school?
PMS in 1976.
I said that already, you dum-dum.
Hey.
F-bomb.
White Zinfandel.
That came out in 76? What did they call it before that? White wine?
I wonder if they didn't have it.
F-bomb came out in 1988.
Nice. What came out in 2020? Let's see.
Food
Let's see what kind of crazy shit came out in.
Hold on, I like this one. Functional Magnetic Resonance Imaging came out in 1988.
So you guys can go out and look up your birthday.
2020.
Steph, have a good night. Love seeing you too. Take care. Get you next time.
Oh, shitty words.
What?
Coronavirus disease 2019.
Coronavirus has been around for
COVID-19. CV-19.
18 prior things.
I don't know if it's MIS-C or MIS-C. Multi-system inflammatory syndrome in children. God, these are horrible.
What else is there? Is there any good ones?
Pediatric multi-symptom inflammatory syndrome.
Scroll down.
No, 2020.
Scroll down. There's got to be something fun.
Honey, there's not. There's
4
4,
words?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words in 2020.
All right, so we're gonna.
2018 had only 3.
We've run out of fucking new words for the year.
Remdesivir is one of them.
In 2018?
Yeah. REMDESIVIR.
That's the new drug that they're trying to test out.
For COVID?
For COVID. That's one of the drugs, whatever.
Only in 17, extreme risk law was the only word that came out.
I don't know. Whatever.
It's funny because you can scroll through them by year. And Apparently,
Go out and check it out.
Apparently,
Beth
we're not growing as much anymore because in the early years there was
Michelle
like
said,
50 words.
Beth, you look like fire. You look fire, not in a weird hotel drugs way.
What?
Laugh out loud. Michelle said, Beth, you look fire. The fire emoji. Not in a weird hotel drugs way. LOL. With like your arms look good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Not in a weird hotel
Mind
drugs
blown.
way. I love that.
Yeah, apparently we've lost our ability.
You've got her
to,
all flustered now, Michelle.
We've lost our ability to come up with words since like the 80s.
Yep. I don't know.
Oh wait, 1996 has a shit. Well, not.
She said she meant to say girl crush, not surf. I don't know.
Oh, I like Girl Crush.
It's all okay.
Near field communication.
Raimundo,
Some
what's
of these
happening?
are just weird. I don't know. It's funny.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know.
It's kind of cool that they have it so that you can break it down. Like I've
figured
never
I'd just
seen it like this.
Pull it up. I saw it earlier, and I was like, yeah, let's share that out because I think it's just cool. Go check it out. So,
In 1995, functional genomics.
functional genomics, huh?
Is it genomics or
Genomics.
geonomics?
I think it's just how you say
Genomics?
genomics. Yeah,
Genderqueer.
yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what that
does that
means.
mean?
But I don't know. It's all good.
Makes
So, Beth,
sense.
what's your feel good of the day?
My feel good of the day is
Excuse me.
So
Holy
it's
shit! I just burped. Sorry, guys.
okay, Lucy. So that you guys don't
Our
know,
dog
our
does that.
golden doodle loves to burp in your face.
She is Homer Simpson.
So put it back on in a second. So mine are two. So I was watching. I can't think of this reporter's name, but she always does
Good.
funny shit. Yeah. It's coming up, but hopefully it doesn't take too long. But she
That's
did
good.
one that was
I'll check.
she did of TikTok thieves, where
TikTok what?
thieves,
Okay.
where kids or pets come in and steal, and so you can see it's on there.
Oh,
now,
no, they grab
so-
shit and like run off.
This little girl's hilarious in this one though, because she literally does the tongue. Watch. Their tongue. She's like, "I'm out, bitches." Like,
awesome.
and she knew she was smart enough to run. And then the second one was because this one's cute too for people like me and Michelle who will really appreciate this one. It's a fox. What does the fox say?
Remember
it's
that
really
video?
funny
We played
because-
that. That was like we just moved back. Remember what does the fox say, guys?
Oh my god!
What does the fox say?
I just remember being really drunk running around the house singing that over
I'm gonna find
and
that and I'm
over
gonna plug
and
it in
over.
at the end.
But so this one is the fox that stole it, but I can't.
We'll end the show.
I
with
don't
that.
understand how to get volume on
Can't.
this thing. I wish you could, because part of the thrill of this is the noise that he's making as he's making the fox noises as he runs. But you can see him carrying his shadow. You can see the phone in his mouth. It's super cute.
We'll figure out how to do it. I don't know how. We'll figure it
There's
out.
got to be a
gotta
way to get the
do it.
volume.
I don't know.
I don't understand why
yet.
it wouldn't hook up through the system. But Greg, can you research that with
Probably.
everything else?
Yes.
Maybe you could ask Jamie.
There's something in there. And all this stuff.
I bet you could ask Jamie. Jamie would be
Figure it
like,
out. But go check it out. Beth will share it for now.
I'll show
and
both of
then
those.
I will share, and I'll just play the what does the fox say.
"What is your feel good? Do you
My
have
feel
one?"
good is, yeah. So good day chilling for us.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
fun.
We had a great day. It was
It's
just
fun
a
to hang
nice,
out.
really relaxing day, and it really felt like
Especially
fall,
because you were chill and you never chill.
and I don't just relax.
No.
Yeah, and today was just a relaxed day. I've got some work I got to do tomorrow. Got to catch up on some work.
Like work.
I got to do a little bit of work, but I just literally separated. I was like, fuck it. I'm just relaxing.
You
Brought
didn't do
the
yard
dogs
work.
to-
You didn't do
I
anything.
didn't do anything. Right, and I'll catch up tomorrow. Got to do some stuff tomorrow, but waiting for travel. I'm excited about traveling next
often?
week. Oh yeah, traveling next week to go to a wedding.
Even though we don't know where the wedding's at.
Michael sent it to us. But no, it's just been. I'm just happy.
What
It's
was
just
our
a happy
answer when
day.
we said we didn't know where we were going? We were like, well, fuck it. We're going to
We're
Virginia.
going to Virginia anyway? So hey,
Figure something out to do if we don't go to the
find
wedding.
it out anyway. Yeah. So it's just I'm just happy. It's been a good Saturday, and that kind of sometimes you just need that little bit of downtime
Recharge
after
your
the
battery.
week earlier that I had. I was like kind of really peaked
Like
out.
3 days of fucking stress ball that I was like, I'm just
Yeah.
going
So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good one.
to give us your history.
Couple
It's
quick
kind of
fun
cool. I like this one, top one.
history things that are big. They're pretty big today.
They are, especially like with
Everything that's going on, right? So today, I think it's a good one to remember. Rosa Parks passed away today.
in 2005.
In 2005. So in 2005, Rosa Parks passed away. If you don't recall who Rosa Parks, I'm going to give you a fucking lesson real quick. So civil rights activist died today in 2005 at the age of 92. Why is she so important? Her refusal to give up her seat on the bus in Montgomery, Alabama in 1955 triggered a bus boycott that would mark the start of the modern civil rights movement. And if you don't understand what that means, then
Google it.
Google it. Go back to school and figure it out because
You
it
go
was
back to school. Just Google it. You don't need school anymore. You just need Google.
Okay, Google. Maybe go to like yahoo.com.
Is that even around anymore?
I think it is.
Yahoo.
Somebody gave me an actual Yahoo account for an email. But no, it's just it's an amazing thing. I think we
It's
should
good
always
history to know.
understand kind of where we've come and where we are now, right?
Right.
We've got a lot of social division happening, a lot of people talking about everything, but just I think it's important to know that we're all trying to live on this planet together.
Right.
At least the vast majority of us are, right?
Right.
And if the rest of the people, some of those other people out there, they're just assholes and they need to go
they're
away
idiots.
anyway.
There's always going to be
So,
idiots.
just it's a good reminder, and I think it's hey, cheers to she did something
Rosa
that
Parks. Yeah.
was
She put her foot down, and she was not a big person. She was tiny.
yeah, completely.
And she just was like,
I don't know if it was out of character for her. Maybe she was a very strong woman to begin with, and she was just like, "Fuck it, I'm sitting." And I hope people stand up for themselves like that today on a regular
Right.
basis, and everybody absolutely should. So,
I like your second one, too.
second one today in 1940,
I wonder
what
Oh, no, go ahead.
a 40-hour work week went into
What was it
effect.
before that? Did you see?
9,000 hours and die.
Shut up. No.
Went into effect. So a 40-hour work week went into effect under the U.S. Fair Labor.
Fail.
It's not a fail. Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938.
I'm interested to know what it was before.
It was
40-hour work week.
probably. I mean, there really probably wasn't.
Well, they probably didn't have electricity much before that. I'm kidding, but
No, but I mean, that was kind of really during the height of the Industrial Revolution and doing a lot of like.
I still would like to know
intensive-
specifically what people worked before
Probably just as much as their bosses
needed to, or
wanted
their
them
body
to.
would let them.
Yeah, and if you got hurt or injured, there's always somebody behind you needing a job.
Right.
Right. So just kind of think back. That was, you're looking at 80 years ago.
I know. We always think we could bitch about where we are today, but we're so much further along than we were.
And I sit in a desk right over there, and sometimes it's a 40-hour week, and sometimes it's a 60-hour week, and it just depends, right? But I'm still sitting in a goddamn comfortable chair, staring
The
at
roof
computer,
over your head,
the roof and a fan,
ceiling fan,
and all of
and
the
your wife
shit,
downstairs.
and my wife downstairs, right? So, a lot of people have put a lot of effort into this country, and I think both of those two
Are significant.
historical things are very, very, very obviously for their own reasons. But just cheers to those guys, and the people that tried to think about us
Cheers.
40 or 80 years down the road. So cheers to you guys. Carlos, hope you're having a good night.
Happy Saturday,
Michelle,
guys.
Cheers. I'm going to start this little video.
Michelle, I hope your eye is doing better.
Toot, 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 toot.
Oh, do you have it?
Oh, yeah, I pulled it up. Hang on. It's going to come. I can't play it over that, so I'm going to play it over this. This video might get... Oh, of course there's a video. Why is there not going to be a commercial? Come
Because it's
on.
fucking election season. So while it does that, I'll tell you, we should have waited to vote till later because it took my dad 20 minutes today versus your 3 hours.
You know what? I did it on the first day, and I
I
did
know.
my due diligence. If you guys haven't heard this song, here you go.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, frog goes crow, and the elephant goes toot. Ducks say quack, and fish go blow, and the seal goes
Let me see your pump.
but there's one sound that no one knows.
I was hoping it would stay on. It's not going to stay on. But that's all right. You guys have a great night.
Saturday.
Take care. See ya.
Bye.